Alright folks, welcome to the channel Skins for Life, where the hat is around here bleeding burgundy and gold. So, just to take a break from the games and from the sports, let's talk about politics. Just checked out CNN, just downstairs watching with my father, watching Fox, and the series of the two back-to-back interviews, the one first given by Donald Trump and the second one which was a cut-in of Obama laughing and joking with the reporters, talking about how silly the first interview was. So Donald Trump, I'm just gonna say this. Just say you're a racist. Just say it. What other, okay, Hillary Clinton was the first. John McCain. Hordes of others have asked for this man's birth certificate. And on record, you got a birth certificate. And then Trump brings this back up. And he shows a birth certificate. Doesn't this kind of remind you of in the 1800s when free African Americans were challenged every day by white folks and had to be, had to carry papers about them just to show that they were free? That's basically what Donald Trump just pulled. He basically pulled the old, what my father would call alpha white male. Now, the numbers of those folks have dwindled over the years because race relations have gotten better. But at the same time, that stigma is still there. And Donald Trump is definitely the biggest example. Along with, you can't say that about Hillary, but she only played into the fact that, people are asking for this man's birth certificate because he's black. It's simple as that. If the president were Asian, people would ask. If the president was Mexican, they would ask. If the president were, what's another nationality? African, more African, they would ask. But only on two other occasions that another white person who was president of the United States was asked their papers. Only two. We're on our 44th president. First one being black. I bet you if we have another black president in the future, he will be asked his papers. Because that stigma will not go away for people of color. It, like I said, it just brings up the whole fact that, we're walking around free and being challenged our freedom by showing paper. It's the same thing all over again, and that's sad, Donald. I was actually one of the people that did watch your Apprentice show because a friend of mine was on it, and really that's the only reason why I tuned in for the show. And he did fairly well. You wound up firing him, but he did very well on your show. And I was happy that you had given him the opportunity. He had worked for it and all that. But now you have definitely lost it. You are definitely certified racist. I don't care if you come up with an interview saying I'm not racist and not whatever. Your actions speak louder than your words. You pulled the old challenge the black man for his freedom by asking for his paper routine. That's basically what you did. And you think you won. Did you really win? Did you really win? Is what I'm asking you. Because President Obama's response was classic. I'm not even going to quote what Obama said. Obama's actions speak louder than his words. We have a term for folks that tend to complain and give opinions on stuff that they either make up or what have you. They think they can do a better job and and speak out of their ass. It happens a lot with football teams when you have players who are not playing in the game telling the players who are playing the game what to do. We call them sideshow Bobs, and Bob is an acronym. Now, Bob stands for bitch on the bench. Basically, bitch on bench, bitch on the bench. Either way, sideshow Bob. And all it is a distraction from the main attraction. So just like Obama said, this was clearly a sideshow distraction. I call it sideshow Bob because we're talking about one person and several other people who are just like Trump. So I thought it was hilarious how Obama did it. First of all, he cut off Donald Trump. Who cuts off Donald Trump? Well, of course, the president is allowed to interrupt anything because he is the president of the United States. But it's the first time in history that our leader, being African American, cut off a rich white man in mid-speech. Oh man, that is funny. That is very funny. And this is just comedy today. So I'm glad that this happened. This actually brightened this Wednesday morning, but it's only gonna be temporary. So we're gonna be going back to the regularly scheduled programming, but I just wanted to break from the norm and talk about this because I wonder how it's gonna be at work today when folks talk about this. Are folks gonna believe it? Are they gonna look at the birth certificate and say, "Oh, that was doctored"? More than likely, people will twist anything out of nothing. So let's see how this works. But definitely today, President Obama delivers the pimp hand strong.